I don't know about you, but sometimes I wish I had embellishments in every single color in the world so I could match all of my embellishments to all kinds of different projects. Well, today on Stamp TV, I'm going to show you a fun way to do just that. Glazed brads are very popular and can be quite pricey, but making your own using Copic markers, clear embossing powder, and a simple pack of white brads will give you hundreds of color options from one single pack of brads. Let me show you the tools and products you need to do this. First, you're going to need some brads, and I just pulled a few of the white brads from the new Petals and Wings Stamp TV kit. So if you want to try this out first and you have the kit, these brads are right inside. Then you're going to need some tweezers, and you're going to need some fine detail clear powder. You can also use regular clear embossing powder. You don't need the fine detail, but I have the fine detail here. So if this is the one you have in your collection too, it will work just fine. Then you're going to need a Copic marker, and the marker that I have is B16. And you're going to also need, and here it is wrapped around my drawer, a heat tool, and I'm using the Marvy heat tool. Okay, so to begin, you want to grab one of the brads out of the pack, and using the tweezer, you're going to hold this brad while you're coloring it. So let's open up the marker first, and then grab onto one of those brads and color all over the surface. Now what's really fun about this is because you're using an alcohol ink marker, you're going to get a very swirly looking pattern. It's not going to be real super solid. It's going to look almost marbled. And that marbled look is so pretty when you glaze it with the clear powder. So I probably should have opened this clear powder first. So let me open that up now. Pick that back up. Okay, I'll just touch it up again. And you want to catch this while the ink is still pretty wet on the brad. And what you want to do is you want to just dip it into the clear powder. And then you're going to want to heat that up using your heat tool. Now kind of point that away from you a little bit, not right down onto your hand, because it will get hot very quickly. Okay, let's see if we can get a close-up view here of what this looks like. I'm going to put something white behind it so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. Now you can see that some of the ink has pulled over to the one side, and then some of it's a little bit more transparent here. Well, you want to give that a second or two to dry and to cool, because embossing powder will be kind of wet and squishy until it's cool. But once that's cool, now I'm going to add a second coat on top. And that's going to fill in some of that swirliness, but it's still going to give it a really pretty look. Okay, and then once again, we're going to just dip that right into the powder and emboss again. It's kind of funny. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, and then all of a sudden, bloop, it's all done. And it just turns real shiny real fast. You can see this. See how fast that just changed right before your eyes? Now you can go ahead and put many coats on here if you want, but I really like the way that looks. It's very pearlescent, it's very marbled looking, and what's nice about leaving it just with two coats is if you have different blues in your particular project, it's going to pick up on all the different blues because of that swirliness in it. So that is a simple and easy project to do, little simple and easy technique to do, and you can do all kinds of different colors and you can put them away for using them later. They look just perfect. They look just like the ones that you buy in the store. So now let me show you a finished card project that I did using these pearly brads. Here is a cute little card that I made using the brand new set by Rupa Shevda called Blooming with Blessings. And I used some of our poolside pattern paper pack. This is the paper pack I'm talking about, the poolside. It's got all these different patterns in there. So I used a couple of those patterns, and I created a fun little sketch with 2 squares of the blue gingham check pattern, and then the background paper using those little waves that look like, just kind of gives you that water feel to it. And then I used the cute little duck splashing in the puddle with the hello friend greeting from this cute little set. And there are my 3 little glazed brads on there, and you can see, if you look very closely at those, you can see that each one is just a little bit different. This one's a little bit darker, this one's a little bit more swirled, but they're all that same color family, so they work really well together and they pick up on all the other blues that are in that pattern paper. Try doing this technique with other embellishments like small metal buttons, eyelets, and other types of metal trinkets that you might have in your collection, and make matching embellishments for all of your paper crafting projects.